Hey, it's Derek Jones, and welcome to another video. So I was at the beach the other day, and I was all set to grill and make some hot dogs and hamburgers for me and the kids. And I found out that they had a no open flame policy, so I wasn't able to use that. We ended up ordering pizza, and that was great, no problem. But I thought, man, what if I had a solar cooker? I could have cooked hot dogs in that, and we'd have been just fine without a flame. So I decided I'd invest a little time, and I looked at like commercial cookers and a couple other options. Some of those are pretty nice, but look kind of expensive. I'm not ruling out buying one later, but right now, figured I'd do a couple quick and easy tests with stuff I had around the house, see if I could make a decent solar cooker and cook some hot dogs or something else that I can put in there. So cook some hot dogs or something else I could put in there. So I'm gonna start and do a couple experiments. Stay tuned. Of course, the obvious weakness is if you don't have sunlight, you have nothing to cook with. But today it is cloudless and it's 80 degrees, so it looks like a really good day to test this stuff out. Now the pot just sitting in the sun is 127 degrees right now without anything else. This is a very simple solar oven design. I had some insulation from a previous project. It is reflective and I thought it would work quite well. I cut 2 squares out of the insulation and put them at roughly an 80-degree angle held together with packing tape. I put the pot on the reflector, made a cheap, easy little canopy. Now it's directing all the sun. I think that's working pretty good. I went to adjust the pot and could barely even touch it. Our pot, about 100, the hottest point's about 146, so it's definitely heating up. So far, I've only had this assembly together for about 5 minutes. The pot, because of the color, was hot. It's all metal. It was already gaining temperature just sitting in the sun. So reflecting the sun into it makes sense that it's gonna heat up even faster. It's been about maybe 10 minutes. We're sitting about 150. Is 152 degrees, 153. All right, so I got it to 150 degrees. It seemed to be sitting right about there. I actually put a bag to see if I could contain a little more heat in the pot. I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm just gonna try it. It's one of those oven turkey roaster bags. Well, it's definitely not fast, but I am gaining some temperature, so we'll keep watching. It's been about 40 minutes. Because it gets an obscured view with the laser, I put a thermometer on the inside now. And our pot is getting right up to 200 degrees. Okay, now that I got the pot up to 200 degrees, I'll put the rest of the hot dogs in there and see how they cook. So I threw the hot dogs in there, lost a little temperature when I pulled the bag off, but okay, well, at least with this design, it seems like the limit that I can get to is about 200 degrees in full sun. I've been cooking the hot dogs for a little bit, and I think I'm gonna try some bread. So the hot dogs are cooked, but they definitely don't look like barbecued hot dogs, though they were a healthy 200 degrees on the inside. I washed the pan out, I'm heating it back up. I've talked Jen into making some bread dough, and I'm gonna try cooking bread in it now. Some thoughts about the design. I think if I raised the pan up on some kind of stand so that the reflective light got under it, I could gain more temperature. I also think that if I refine the actual design to really focus that light in there, I could get a lot hotter. But keep in mind, this cost no money. This was stuff I had on hand, literally held together with packing tape, and it's up to 200 degrees. So, I mean, the concept works. It's pretty easy. I washed the pan and I put it back in the bag. I've got it up to 200 degrees. We're gonna make some bread dough and cook it to about 210 degrees. Look at this, we got a baby loaf of bread to try out. This is awesome.
Well, it's a quick bread, so it's not a yeast bread. It's quick bread.
Awesome.
So
Quick
it
bread.
uses baking powder instead of yeast.
Awesome. Bread in there, a little bit of water from when I cleaned it, and we're gonna cook it now. Official time is 3:55. We are now cooking. Dropped about 10 degrees while I put the bread in there, but I have confidence it'll get right back. 416. I put this in at 355, and we are pushing 225 degrees. It is really warming up. Bread's been in there about 35 minutes. We've gotten up to 235 degrees. Been cooking over an hour, and it's about 240 degrees. So I'm gonna take a look because I've never done this before. So looking done to me. So I'm gonna put this back on when I get back. Okay, that's a good hour and a half. Now it's not gonna bake like normal bread because this is acting like a broiler and the liquid's being kept in. I'm not much of a cook, but I think it's gonna be done. This is an hour and a half, so it is so hot that I cannot touch it. We got to about 225 consistently, all the way up to almost 250, and I think it's done. I think it's done. Fantastic, it smells done. So, you know what? I put this whole thing together. I had this is just insulation from Home Depot that I was using on another project, and packing tape, and then a pan. And I bet you I built this whole thing for about $3. I mean, okay, so here's the oven cooked one. Here's the solar oven cooked one. And this one's a little more moist, and I think that's because the moisture was held in. So I'm gonna give it a shot. Okay, moment of truth. It is done, and it's way more moist than the oven baked bread. So that's a win. That's a total win. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll make some improvements to this design. I'm gonna spend some time in this world, and I'll be posting more videos. So if you like, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.